Okay, guys, I'm sharing my screen. As I told you, these are the formulas. We will start within 2 days. Right now, we have started the first stage, that is your shortcut keys. Now, in the first day, on day one, I have taught you about what is the difference between these two shortcut key. Do you remember, guys?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
Yes.
if all the workbooks are closed in your system, in that case, control N is disabled. You can't use control N. But in the same scenario, we can use window R. And if the workbook is any workbook is active on your screen, in that case, control N is better, or you can say control N is faster than your window R shortcut key. For example, again I'm repeating. If I type here Excel, now it is taking 4 to 5 seconds, and now, right now we got one book two, and in the same time, if I use control N within 1 second, now the one I have created new Excel workbook, like new workbook is open on your screen. Now the next thing is navigation, how to move from left to right and right to left. Like for example, how many tabs we have in the same Excel. Day one, the first tab name is day one, second tab name is shortcut keys, third one is formulas. Okay, so right now I want to navigate from day one to formulas. So how you can do this? Do the same thing. I'm just copying it. Same thing. Control. Sorry, this is your control page down here, and same thing. The moment if you press control page down, this is your shortcut. Before I'm going to this shortcut key, we need to you need to practice on 5 minutes on daily basis, like control, right arrow, right arrow, control, right arrow. Now we have entered in the last column. Then control down arrow, we have entered in the last row. Then control left arrow. Now again we have entered in the first column with last row. Then control up. You need to do this like 5 minutes on daily basis. And what is the benefit of this exercise? Your fingers become faster on your system. Like you can do anything. Like this is basic exercise you need to do on daily basis. Okay. So right now what I'm doing here, this is your shortcut key, control plus page down. What will happen if I use control then page down? Is there any movement in my tab? Again, I'm using control then page. Right now, this is my active sheet, day one. The moment if I press control page down, have you noticed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We have moved to the
This is
next sheet.
navigation. Yes, we have done from navigation started from day one, and we have entered in the shortcut keys. Again, if I press control page down, now in which tab is active on your screen?
Formulas.
Formulas.
Formulas tab, yes. Now, in the same moment, if I use control page up, if I use control page up, this is the navigation started from your right side to left side. This is opposite navigation of your control page up is the opposite navigation of your control page down. Moving from right tab to left, then control page up. Moving from left tab to right tab, then control page down. Understood, guys? These two shortcuts.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt till this point?
So Can you show one more time?
No worries. Now I want to navigate, like I want to start the movement from left direction to right direction till formulas.
Okay.
So what you can do in that case, just hold your control key
Okay.
and press page down 2 times, one and two. We
Okay.
have entered it. And again, if you press page up, hold your control button, control key, one time, page up, second time.
Now I get it.
Understood? Great.
Oh.
Now, if you hold both the buttons like control page, control, then page down, what will happen? This will end. How many sheets we have mentioned? For example, again, I have added some more sheets. Okay, now this time, if I use right now, I hold for 5 seconds, control, then page down. Have you noticed? We have entered in the last tab.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
if you press, again, if you hold both keys, control page up, we have entered in the day one. So by this way, you can work, you can reduce your like manual task. If you are going through like so many tabs are there. Okay. What you can do in that case, use control page up. Like by this way, you can do any task with minimum time. Understood? This is the benefit of your shortcut keys. Any doubt, guys, till this point? Shall we move to the next point? Like, what is the meaning of F2?
So
In
if I hold my control and if I hold my pace down, it will just jumping one street to another street. It will just continue jumping.
yes, it is continue. If you use control and holding your control key, and if you are holding page down as well, so what will happen? This will continuously jumping from first step to last step. Like here, right now I am holding for 5 seconds, control and page down. Within 5 seconds, I have entered in the last step. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now again, if I'm again holding control and page both keys, control then page. Again, we have entered in the first step.
Yes.
Have you noticed this navigation? Like, what
Yes.
is the use of? So this is the benefit. Like manual ways, like just click here. But what will happen if you have like so many sheets, like 10 to 100 sheets? In that case, this one is useful. Okay. Suppose if I add, suppose I have added so many tabs. Right now, what I can do, just I will just I'm scrolling. I will click on this one. Then this is like it is taking. If I'm using mouse is taking some more seconds as compared to keys. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir, but
So
it's not working in my Excel sheet. But if I press Control F and then page up, then it's working
yes,
fine.
in some system like function key is activated, like because this is not mandatory like in every system. Like if fn function is active on your screen, so I will tell you like how to deactive fn function. Like if you're using control fn then page down, then this will work.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So in some system like fn function that is your function key. By default, it was active from the system when you got it from when you brought from your like from your shop, from if you ordered any laptop. So in some laptops you got by default the function key will active. Understood?
Sir.
So that is
So
the
how to
reason.
disable it?
In that
Is there
case,
an
like
option?
yes, one option I have. Once I will complete that session, then I will tell you like, or tomorrow I will tell you like how to activate or inactivate those function, like
Okay.
function button.
Sure,
Bec-
sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
because in my system like fn is there, but right now this is inactive fn function. So first I will tell you how to active, then inactive. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So right now we have entered in the f2. Shall we start? What is the use of f2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you read the definition, F2 key is used for editing in the cell or formulas. F2 has a major part in your whole course, like in every scenario. For example, Right now I'm deleting these all sheets because these sheets are not required right now. Still I'm using one shortcut key. How to delete? One by one I will tell you how to delete all the shortcut keys. Now we have three tabs. Right now, what is the meaning of F2? For example, if I'm writing my name and by default, like by mistake, I have written 3 times here. Now, have you noticed something like what kind of error I have done it on my screen?
Spelling is incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Spelling error. Understood? So first way is like just double click here and just move your cursor by using double click and use backspace, or you can use delete. So one is deleted. This is your manual task, like how to do the same thing with manual, like by using mouse. But if you use F2, guys, can you please unmute? Now, if I use F2, now F2 is also working. Like the moment if you press, just put your cursor on this data, and if I type here, if I press F2, right now here I can edit something. Understood? By using F2 key in your keyboard, F2 key. Again, I'm repeating, like if I do some kind of mistake, now what you can do, like use F2 for editing, remove L because uh, we have seen 2 mistakes were there. So one mistake we have removed from the second name, and one more mistake is there, E. Understood? So how to use F2? So this is called your editing. And sometime right now here, if I type here 1213, some formula. This is also useful in F2, like in your formulas. Like key is used for editing in the cells or in formulas or formulas. Right now, if I type here by mistake, if I mention something, this is some formula. By mistake, if I mention slash, or you can say this type, like this is this formulas, like name formula is not existing in your Excel by default. If I am writing incorrect formula, so we got this error, like because this is incorrect, like this is invalid formula which I have applied in the Excel. So what you can do, just press F2 and here you can remove it. Awesome. Right now here I have selected from G70 to G19, and here if I type here, and okay, now I got some result because in the one cell, like in row number 18, we have numeric values, but in the another range we have in 17 and 19, we have some different values that is not equals to numeric. Now in that case, like here it should be 35, and here the result of my first row was should be 34, but by mistake I have written incorrect value in this range. The range is started from G17 to G19. Only first value, first one is like second one is incorrect, correct value, and first and thirds are incorrect. So how to handle this scenario? Here if you type 23, like 35, and same thing, once I will start like formulas, then you will see what is the use of F2. Here you can delete, or you can type something in which formula here. Right now my range is started from G17. But if you noticed, one more thing is there, 23. In which row? Row number 16. So how to edit your formula? Like the total should be 302 instead of 279. Understood? Right now, in my formula, I'm showing the total numbers are 279. That is incorrect. As per the data, the number should be 302 instead of 279. Understood, guys? What I'm saying here, like what I'm teaching here, like how to handle your formulas, like for. So have you noticed where is my mistake? If you noticed in my formula, the range is started from row number 17, not from row number 16. So here, if I press F2 and if I remove 7 and if I type 16, now range is counting from the correct range. Like range is calculating from the correct range, that is just 16 instead of 17. The moment if I enter, I got the correct value 302. Understood? This is the use of like editing any value or formulas by using F2.
So what is denotes this G here? G. What is this G?
Like these are the
Column G.
like for example, A is your column. Okay.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, from A to, these all are your columns.
Okay.
And these all are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These all are your rows, like
Rows.
row number 1, 2, 3. How many rows we have? Here we have like some limited rows, 10 lakh 48,576. We can store our data with 10 lakh rows. We can't store like 11 or 12 lakh rows in the Excel. Or here we have some limitation in the columns as well. Like how many columns we have?
16,000.
16,384.
380.
Similarly. So the data which I'm showing you in the formula, this formula is telling you like in I column you have selected the data. Then in I column, here we have selected I column and 17 to 20. It means like from row number 17 to row number 20, some data we have selected through some formula. Then we got the final result, that is your summation result of your 302. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir. And when we are pressing F2, F2 is we are jumping. Like
Yes. When we are pressing F2, so F2 is telling like uh, some limited range you have selected, and that those limited ranges started row, uh, from I column from row number 17 to row number 20. Understood? Again, if I type some one more value 30, again I will start F2 and here I will remove 16 to like yeah 16 332 16. Again, if I type 67, again I will press and 15. Like this is one of the example, and once I will start some formula, this is like we will never use like we never use these types of like uh, task like one by one we are calculating. Okay, we never use these types of we will never follow these types of approach. Like if I type again 45, then again I will do F2. Right now I'm just telling you about what is the use of F2. Understood? I'm not teaching you about what is your sum formula. Okay, once I will start, then I will tell you like what is the use of sum formula, in which scenario some formula will fail or will not be calculated, like any data, which types of data will not be calculated through some formulas, count formulas. Understood? These formulas. So
okay,
this is the use of F2. Understood? Guys,
okay,
understood what is the what do you mean by F2? Like what is the use of F2?
Yes, sir.
understood, sir.
Editing your cell or formulas through F2. Now the next thing is like border. First, let me tell you like one shortcut key I'm missing here. Let me delete some data from here. I just how to create borders, then how to remove borders. So one shortcut key is This is, hmm. Now let me start with basic shortcut keys, because once you will understand the basic shortcut keys, you can easily remember like custom shortcut keys. Okay. So if I press Alt, now we got these options. F stands for file, stands for home. Similarly, we have all other shortcut keys. Okay. Then the moment if I press H, if I press S, now we have entered in the home tab, and here we have lot of the basics shortcut keys. Now these all shortcut keys are available on your screen, are visible on your screen. Why? Because right now we have entered in the home tab. So that is the reason these all shortcut keys are visible on your screen. Now my requirement is, let me create one data in front of you. What is the meaning of alt? Mm, mm, Creating the borders, creating the borders and data in data table. Right now I'm creating one data in front of you so you can easily understand what I'm doing here. In the first column, name, this is Monday, Tuesday. After some time, I will teach you like how to create a like these types of sequence. Like how is it possible? Like after Monday, Tuesday is coming, then Wednesday is coming. This is also a separate topic which will coming under autofill series. Okay. So don't be confused like how I'm creating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because one suspense is here in this formula, autofill series in this topic. Okay, right now I'm creating a data. Similarly, this is also related to your autofill series. A1 is the employee, A2 is the employee, A3. Right now I'm creating a production scorecard. Okay, now this is my data. Now right now in every step I'm using shortcut keys like Alt O C. One by one I will teach you like what kind of shortcuts I'm using. Okay. Right now the requirement is like this data I'm showing to my manager. Now he's asking, Wasim, can you please create one border? Like this is not looking so good. Like this is not looking so interactive. Can you please create a border in this data? Like this is a scorecard. So yes, this is possible. Like how to create borders. First way is just select control, and one more shortcut key is there. Control shift. What is the meaning of control shift? If I use control shift and or first you need to understand about shift. Shift with any arrow, like for example right arrow, for example down arrow. Down arrow. What is the meaning of shift down arrow?
To
If you use
select the
shift,
data.
then if it is selecting your data, very good. It is selecting our data. Like if I use shift down arrow, it is selecting our particular data that is available from row number 29 to 33. And if I press shift right arrow, it is selecting the data with from multiple columns. If I use shift down, it is selecting the data from multiple rows from row number 29 to 32. For example, this time in the current situation, the data is selected from A1 to A4. Now A5 is excluded. It is not selected in this range. And if I select, if I use right arrow, it is selecting our data from multiple columns, from A column to F column. Understood, guys? What is the meaning of shift down arrow, shift right arrow?
Understood, sir.
Very good. Now, okay. Now here, if I use control shift and down, what is the meaning of control shift? First press control, then shift. If I press down, Now within 1 second, we have selected the data. This is the benefit. Like if you're using shift down arrow, still we are using the same thing. But what will happen if we have n numbers of data? If I use shift down arrow, this will take some time for selecting our data. Okay, it is taking some more seconds. Shift down. And if I use control shift down instead of shift down arrow, so within 1 second, whole data will be selected. Like first, first press control, then hold your control key, then press shift, then down arrow. Now within 1 second or within 2 seconds, we have selected 20 rows. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Which one is better? Control shift down or shift down arrow? Which one is?
Control shift down.
Control shift down. So within 1 second, we have selected my whole data. Similarly, if you use control shift right arrow, uh, right arrow, control shift right, multiple columns we have selected within 1 second. 1 second. Understood?
Yes.
Now, if I use control shift right arrow plus down arrow, or you can say you can follow down arrow plus right arrow. Now I'm following control shift right. For example, these are some datas. Right now, if you use control shift right arrow, then down, control shift right arrow, then down. Now within 2 or 3 seconds, the whole data is selected in your Excel. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Or either you can use control shift down arrow. Both are same. Like you can use any one of them. Combination of control shift down arrow plus right arrow, or you can use control shift right arrow plus down arrow. Both are same. Control shift down right. Same you are selecting within same seconds. Control shift down arrow, then right arrow. Understood? Like within 2 seconds, we have selected whole data. Understood, guys? What is the meaning of like control shift down arrow, shift right
Yes, sir.
arrow?
Yes, sir.
Now, what was my requirement? My requirement was create a border in this data. Understood? Right now I'm deleting the data. This is unnecessary data. I'm creating a short table in front of you so you can easily understand what I'm doing here. Now this is data. 10 employees are working in an organization. This is my scorecard. I'm sharing and I have shared this scorecard to my manager. Now after 5 minutes, manager is coming and he's asking Wasim, this is not looking so interactive. Can you please create one border in your data in your table? So yes, this is possible. Like just use control shift arrow and this option is there in the home tab. Now the moment if you click on this drop down option, we have so many options like all border. Yes, this is our requirement. And just now again I'm sharing this data. Now again he's asking, this is looking interactive, so good, but can you please highlight header with gray color? So just use this option. This is your background color option. Click on this drop down. Is it looking so interactive or not?
Yes, sir.
Now this is like uh, that was the exact requirement from a manager. Now how to do the same thing with shortcut key? Understood?
Yes.
First press use control shift right arrow down arrow. Now here you can press alt, then H, then B, then A. A stands for all border. Again we have applied the borders. We have created the borders in our data. Now, right now, how to highlight your data? Just if the data is selected, just press down arrow, or sorry, up arrow, and again select Control Shift right arrow. Now the first header is selected. Row number 28 with multiple columns is selected. Here, just use Alt, then again H, then second H is stands for your background color. Now here you can use down arrow, up arrow, and if you notice, the color is changing. I have started from the scratch, so that is the reason. Are you able to understand? Like these are some basic things because I have started from 0 point level. Like so.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you notice, like everything, like my background color is changing. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now this is looking so interactive. Okay. Now similarly, I want to highlight these employees with different color. So this value here you can highlight with dark blue color. Now text, this option is used for font color. This option is used for fill color background. Understood? So right now here, again select your data, Control Shift down, Alt H, FC. FC stands for font color, F for font, C for color. Then here you can change. I want to highlight my employees values within dark blue. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now that was the exact requirement. Like this is now if I share this data with my manager, he will satisfy. Okay, now this because that was the exact requirement. Now the second thing is how to remove border first, then how to remove uh, these colors from your data. Like I want to I want to convert this data in this normal, in this same, in the same data, not in different. Understood? I want to convert this data in a normal table. Understood?
Before
Without,
that, I have one question.
yes, please.
Like you have changed the header color. Similarly, can we change all the data except header in other color?
Yes, you can use like accept header. Na? Yes, you can select like here. Just put your cursor here. Now that now if you put your cursor on row number 29, what is the meaning of this step? The meaning of this step is like right now we will select the data from row number 29 to last 38 and row number 28 is skipped. Understood? Now if you want to change the color, so here Alt H, now here you can change the color. Now if you noticed row number 28, no changes in row number 28, only the row number 29 to 38, all the values are, the background color is changing in all the values, in all the
Understood.
rows.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Navita. Any doubt, guys?
No, sir. Understood.
Okay. Now the requirement is I want to remove these borders and these colors and all the values which I've highlighted with different color, whether it is font color or background color. Understood? I want to convert this data in this normal. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Again, just use Control Shift right arrow and down arrow. Whole data is selected. First one is here. Follow this shortcut key like Alt. Here, this is coming. I'm removing here. Okay. Alt H B N. What is the meaning of? If you noticed, Alt, then H, then B. Till B, we have the same shortcut key. After that, if you press N, N stands for no border. So here, if you noticed, the meaning of this shortcut key is removing the borders from the data. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, select your data, Control Shift right and down arrow, Alt H, then B. Now here N stands for no border. Now the first step we have done, the borders are removed from the table. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the next step is I want to remove background color from. So what you can do, just again press Alt H, then one more time H. Now here the last option, Alt H. This is your shortcut key. Alt plus H plus H. H two times.
Plus
First
N.
one is home tab. Second one is background color. After that N. Alt H H N. Alt H H then N. Understood, guys? How to remove background color?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
No colors, like Alt H H. No fill. Right now the last step is pending. I want to remove this color as well. Again use Alt H, then Alt H, Alt, then H, then F
FC.
C. Then here you can, like, because here no fill option is not existing, because if you notice by default, if you're typing in any word, any value in the Excel, by default this value should be there, automatic black. Understood? Now the data is, now we have done. Now this data view and this data view both are same. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt till this point? So these are some shortcut keys which we have done, like what is the meaning of Alt H BA, Alt H BN. Now
So,
custom short, yeah.
is there any scenario like if I am removing this background color, like
Hmm.
from row 30 to row 34, and I don't want to remove between this 35 and 36? Again, I want to remove 37 and 38. Can I do that?
Yes, you can also do this by using, like, for example, here I have selected from row number 30 to 34. After that, just hold your control button and click on, like, 37. Now if you noticed, row number 30 to 34 and 37 to 38, only these values are highlighted. It means if you change something. Understood? And how is it possible? Just press your control button and select your data till 34. After that, just hold your control key and again press on, click on row number 37. Now here, shift right arrow, press shift right arrow and then down arrow. Now row number 35 and 36 both are deselected, both are not included in this selection. Understood, guys? Now
Yes, understood.
here you can change anything. Now if you noticed, in 29 row number, in 28 and in 35 36, no impact if you change something. Understood? Any
Yes,
doubt,
sir.
guys? Now the next thing is, like, as we have seen, Alt H BN. Now if you noticed, still I am following the 4 steps. First is Alt, then H, then B, then N. Okay. Now again I am creating some border from here. This time again I want to remove the border with another approach, like by using some different shortcut key. So in that case, just use Control Shift and hyphen button. Hyphen button, like, how can I show you that hyphen button? Like, if keyboard, on screen keyboard. If I click on screen keyboard, this
In
one,
minus button we have.
Control Shift and this minus, this one. Just hold these two button at one time, Control Shift and hyphen. After that hyphen, like here, select your Control Shift right arrow, down arrow. Now the whole data is selected. Again press Control Shift and minus. Now the data is removed. Now if I do with like in the same way like control shift, or if I use alt HBN, so which one is faster?
Control Shift.
Control shift hyphen. So control shift, just hold your button, control shift and press minus like hyphen. Now the we have removed the same thing. So this shortcut key is coming under custom shortcut keys, which means advanced shortcut keys. And I apologize, like I have just forgot the shortcut keys PDF. Today I will share those like 200 shortcut keys. Okay, so you can work on, and I will share this tab as well. Like you can also start from from this tab. 15 shortcut keys I will cover. After that I will jump to formulas, because in the Excel we have more than 200 shortcut keys, so I can't teach all shortcut keys one by one, because if you have understood what is the concept of shortcut keys, it is depend on your practice. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Then after that, formula formula tab and formula stage is very important, because as I told you in the last session, on day one, on demo session, formulas is a backbone of your Excel. And if interview is giving one Excel technical test, and there are 10 questions. So out of 10 questions, 8 questions will be coming from formulas, and 2 questions will be coming from pivot tables or something. Understood? From pivot table, or one from coming from conditional formatting, these things. Yeah. So this similarly here we have done this thing. How many shortcut keys we have covered up? We have covered up like 6 shortcut keys. This one, control shift. Right now let's jump to the this one. I will teach you about after some time what is the meaning of control shift symbol. Let me jump to this one. For deleting the columns, alt touch d columns and rows. So,
अरे मेरी कॉल यार मैं ज्ञान के साथ थोड़ी अपना रूम बंद कर लेना
alt h, sorry, alt h I s, inserting the sheets or tabs. Now, for example, by mistake, I have deleted this data of Wednesday. Like now, I'm showing this report. Now again, manager is coming, and again he's asking, like Wasim, you're showing Monday's production. You're showing Tuesday. You have created the data of Tuesday. After Tuesday, you jump to Thursday and Friday. Now I'm not able to see the production score of Wednesday. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
So he's asking, can you please create again the production report of Wednesday? So here what I can do, either I can use Control X and I will paste it. This is basically like Control X is for
Cut.
I think you know about Control C and Control V.
Yes, sir.
Control C, Control V, and Control X.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for cutting. So this is the first way, like first manual approach. Select your data, Control Shift right down and down. Press Control X. Now here, I'm creating one production report. Just ignore this formula. I'm creating one production report just for an example. Right now we have created. Now by this way, now so these were the production score of Wednesday. By mistake, by mistake, like from the system by default it was deleted from the agent, like who has shared this file with me. So again I have created those score production which was deleted of Wednesday. So this is the first way. Second way is select your data. Right now, just remember one more thing, control space for selecting your columns, and then shift space for selecting rows. If you use control space, first way is like how to select your whole column. Just click on D, and here one option, let me hide it. Okay. Is it visible now? Guys, is it visible now?
So I'm little confused.
Is it visible now?
Yes,
My
sir.
screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. Right now, the same thing, like where you got confused with these two shortcuts, what I'm using control
Yeah.
space for selecting columns. I will tell you like what is the use of this two shortcut key. First,
Okay.
I will cover the manual part, like basic steps, how to get the same thing with manual approach. Okay. Now I want to select whole column. Either you can select any one of them. Like if you want to select whole column of like a column. Now whole column is selected from row number 1 to last row. Or if you select C column, now the data is selected from row number 1 to last row number. Like understood, guys? So like here, if I use control space instead of using mouse, just use control, and uh, after that hold your control button and press space. Now the whole data is selected.
Okay, sir.
If you use shift down arrow, by this way you can select some limited range. But if the requirement is select whole data of e column, in that scenario use this command control space for selecting your columns. Understood, guys, till this point? Any doubt?
So
How
control space, it will select from the
all
particular column whole data, like whole
whole
row.
data?
Okay.
Yes. Either you can select just press control space. After that, use shift down arrow. Now whole column is selected from A to M. Whole data is selected, which are coming under A to M. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if you use shift space, only row number 1, like row 44 is selected with like here, uh, row 44 is selected with multiple columns. Control space stands for one column with multiple rows. Shift space with stands for one row with multiple columns. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to insert one more data between Thursday and Tuesday. That is our requirement. So first step is press control space. Now we have selected whole data. After that, you can use Alt H I insert option. Now here we have selected insert cells. If you select insert cells, so cells means what is the meaning of cells? Like these box where I'm writing something, the box which are coming under rows and columns, like these square box, rectangle box, if you noticed. Understood? These box, like These box.
Yes.
These all are your cells in the Excel. Okay. And the combination of multiple cells equals to your spreadsheet. Like, because Excel is also your spreadsheet. So that is the reason multiple cells are there. Right now, select control space, and after that use this command, Alt H I S. Alt H I S. Sorry, not I S. Sorry, I C. Because I is insert S is inserting sheets. Alt H I E. Sorry, insert cells. E. All. Sorry guys, I'm getting some disturbance. So here, Alt H I E. Select your first column, like D column, control space, Alt H I, after that E. Again, I'm repeating Alt, then H, then I stands for insert option, E stands for cells option. Have I inserted one column between Tuesday and Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Now here you can type Wednesday, and here you can create here the scorecard of Wednesday. Like in the real time scenario, this formula is not useful. Rand between this is useful just for an example. Okay, so right now that was the production. After whatever the score is mentioned as per the actual data, actual data, you will fill those data in your real time. Understood? Right now here I am not filling any real time data because this is not a real time table in front of you. In the case of shortcut keys, there is no real time data. Once I will enter in the formulas, then I will show you what kind of real time data is there, and how do we handle, how do we resolve those scenarios in the real time. Understood guys?
Yes, sir.
So by this way, another option is just put your cursor here, Alt H I, then one more time I. If you are not selecting your data, like for example, if you put your cursor here right now, if you just forgot to press control space, still you can insert any column between them. Alt H I, one more time I. Now here one option is entire column. Here I have written something, so that is the reason it was not inserted. Alt H I. If you don't want to use control space, then still you can insert Alt H I. After that press C, entire column. Do you want to insert only cells or entire column? So my requirement is I want to insert entire column. So the last option is there. Just click on entire and click on OK. One more cell is inserted. One more column is inserted. Understood guys?
Can we insert only one cell? Can we do that?
You can insert more than one column, like here. How many columns we have selected? 4 columns. Okay, after that, if I use Alt H I E, 4 columns we have also selected. No limitation. How many data you have selected, it is depend on your. If you want to add one more cell, one more between, like if you want to add 4 to 5 columns between Tuesday and Wednesday, in that scenario, you need to use Alt H I E, this shortcut key. by this way. You can insert. There is no limitation. Understood? In inserting your data.
Understood, sir.
Okay. Or if you want, and what is the like benefit, like if you once you will insert one column, alt touch I E, again if you press alt touch I E, now here select these two, alt touch I E, now the columns are selected. Again what you can do, select all four blanks cell, again press alt touch I E, the data is selected, is inserted. Again you can select 8 blanks, alt touch I E. Understood guys?
Yes, sir.
Now what I was telling, like insert option, insert cells, like inserting your insert cells or insert sheet columns. If you use insert sheet columns, either you can select insert sheet columns, or sorry, delete. Again the columns are inserted, or if you want to click on insert option, again it is inserted. Okay, now alt touch IE, alt touch I C. If you press alt touch IC or IC and IE, alt touch IC, both are same. Okay, now there is one more shortcut key which is better than, that is better than these shortcut, because these all are coming under basics. One more shortcut key is there. This is your basic shortcut, and this is your control shift plus symbol, inserting the sheet and tab. Just first step is select your data, then press control shift cell. This is mandatory. If you just forgot uh, to follow the control space, because it's a good habit. If you always follow the control space, it's a good habit. So that is the reason. First select your control space, then control shift and plus option, this option plus symbol. Let me open one more time keyboard on your screen. If you're using system, if you're not using laptop, in that scenario use control then plus option. If you're using laptop, then control, hold your control key and press shift, hold these two keys. After that press plus option. Same command will work, like control, select your data first, like control space, control shift. Now I'm holding these two keys. After that, if I press plus, one more column is inserted, plus uh, 5 to 6, like how many times, 8 9 times I have used plus, control shift plus, control shift plus, control shift plus. Understood guys?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes. This is your inserting the columns, not sheet and tabs. Inserting your columns and rows as well. Now I want to select this data, row number 31. Okay, now I want to insert one value between A4 and A5. So what you can do, just press control shift plus, or you can use alt touch I S, sorry, S is alt touch I R, alt H I. Now if you noticed, on the basis of your selection, row is visible. If you notice, this option is visible and columns is invisible. If you notice this thing, if you select your column, after that if you press alt touch I, Now insert sheet rows is invisible and this option is visible. Understood, guys? So it is based on your selection, whatever like you have selected. Right now I've selected whole columns, so that is the reason column is visible. If you select entire row with multiple columns, after that insert sheet rows, this option is visible on your screen. So we have inserted. Now one more row is inserted between A4 and A5. Shift space, Alt H I, then R. Alt H I R for inserting rows. For inserting columns. Understood, guys? How to insert rows and how to insert columns
Yes, sir.
between the data. Okay. So today we have completed insert. Tomorrow I will start how to delete rows and columns tomorrow. Because today's session is over. We'll connect tomorrow. Tomorrow I will tell you like how to delete. If the data is inserted, then how to delete those cells. By default, like unnecessary, 3 rows are added by mistake. Instead of 1, 3 extra rows are added. So in that scenario, just select data, then I will tell you like how to delete those rows, or by mistake if I added multiple columns. Similarly, how you can delete all the columns at one time. Understood, guys? So
Yes, sir.
insert option we have completed in today's topic. Insert one last. Uh, I will come. Only this part is pending. Let me complete deletion, insert of rows and deletion of rows. After that, I will tell you like what is the use of delete sheet and insert sheet. That is the next part after these
Sir,
two.
can we
Okay.
also get the data for practice?
Yes, I will share this data. I
Okay.
will share the same shortcut key in front of you. You can I will share this day one data. Just use these all shortcut keys. Okay. Today I will share day one session like these things which I have done. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
Use
you.
your shortcut keys. It doesn't matter what part I did not cover in today's topic. If you want to like use another shortcut keys which I have not covered up, like deletion rows, insert sheets, you can also practice on those shortcut keys. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. So right now I have completed my session. Tomorrow we'll connect at the same time, and I will start with some topics. So shortcut keys, all the shortcut keys will be covered in tomorrow session. By Wednesday, I will start formulas. Understood? So thanks for your time, guys. See you in tomorrow's session.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.